Hi, my name is Jeff Fretz. Welcome to Axiory's news broadcast. Here's the latest high-impact market news for the week ending February 8th. Markets turned into corrective mode last week and pared back some of the powerful movements made back in January. Comments from central bankers were the main driver that halted the near-term trend and triggered the pullbacks. The euro was broadly lower after ECB President Draghi mentioned that a strong euro could slow the region's economy. And yen recovered as Finance Minister Aso said recent decline was too fast. In Eurozone, strength of the euro was a major topic among officials as French President François Hollande expressed concerns over the strength of the single currency and called for a currency policy. His idea gained support from Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico, who said that the government would support such policy. Greek Finance Minister also said he's concerned about the high level of the euro. However, German Chancellor Merkel's spokesman, Siebert, noted that the exchange rate policy cannot achieve sustained competitiveness and it isn't an appropriate instrument. As widely anticipated, the ECB left the main refinancing rate unchanged on Thursday and announced no new stimulus program. The overall tone of the statement remained dovish, noting that weakness in the economy remains. However, recovery would be seen later in 2013 with domestic demand being supported by accommodative monetary policy stance. The improvement in financial market confidence and reduced fragmentation and export growth benefiting from the strengthening of global demand. The ECB has clearly noticed that strength of the euro, but President Draghi reiterated that position that it is an effect on growth and inflation that will make them react. Now the most important upcoming fundamental news for the week starting February 11th. In the week ahead, investors will be closely watching the outcome of the Eurogroup meeting and anticipating U.S. data on retail sales and consumer sentiment, while Eurozone data on fourth quarter growth and the outcome of Thursday's BOJ policy setting meeting will be in focus. On Friday, G20 two-day meeting begins. The euro extended losses against the dollar for a second day on Friday after European Central Bank President Mario Draghi said the bank would closely monitor developments in the markets to see if the stronger euro had an effect on the bank's inflation outlook. Meanwhile, European leaders reached an agreement on a 7-year budget on Friday. European Union governments will contribute slightly less to this budget after adjusting for inflation than they did in the past 7-year funding plan, following calls to curb spending in Brussels. In the week ahead, investors will be anticipating mainly the outcome of the Eurogroup meeting and the U.S. retail sales and consumer confidence data. The yen turned higher against the dollar and the euro after Japan's Finance Minister Taro Aso said the dollar has abruptly risen to the 90 level in a manner we didn't anticipate. The comments raised doubts over whether the government is comfortable with the recent steep decline in the yen, but the currency looked likely to remain under pressure as expectations for aggressive monetary easing measures remain intact. In the week ahead, investors will be anticipating Japanese data on fourth quarter growth as well as U.S. data on retail sales and consumer sentiment, while the outcome of Thursday's Bank of Japan policy setting meeting will also be in focus. Finishing up our broadcast is the MultiTrader section. This week's strategy is Mohammed Investor, which is one of the average risk strategies. Today we have chosen its monthly gains for the last 3 months. It achieved these gains. Performance is rising. Meanwhile, January was the worst month for the strategy. It managed to stay profitable and has achieved a profit of 9.59% so far this month. All of these strategies with information about performance and other characteristics can be found on our website. So that's it for today. Tune in next week for currency news that matters to you. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Goodbye.